and you're not getting any clients, there might be a reason.
Good morning, you guys.
Welcome to another day with us at our Stardust Coffee Shop.
So today we're actually going to talk to you guys about freelancing and kind of like the key things to get started.
Yep.
And I think the main one for me is if you have a current job right now and maybe you're like you've never freelanced before, you actually don't know how to get started, I would recommend taking a look at freelancing website to kind of get your toes wet, to get an actual understanding of how it works and what's going to be expected of you, especially like client communication,
For sure.
the work, the cost, all that sort of stuff, like the cost of your time and the cost of actually doing the work.
How much you want to charge, what other people are charging for similar services, because you want to be competitive, you know what I mean? If somebody's charging $50 and you're charging $150 and you're not getting any clients, there might be a reason. So definitely take time to research the community and figure out what's competitive. And that kind of goes back into the next spot, which is like when you're first getting started, one thing you're going to have to embrace and actually do to get started is find clients. And so in order to find clients, Brandy actually has a video where it's like, it was a top 10 or top 5 freelancing, top 10 freelancing websites. So you can use services like that, but I also would recommend checking out Meetup, checking out your network, just trying some of the best freelancing jobs you are ever gonna get is gonna come through people you know. So you need to start talking about it, you need to start selling it, you need to start letting your network know that you're available for freelance. Just start making it aware, because that's one of the best ways to get new jobs, especially when you're just starting.
My first freelance was a teacher at school. He needed a website built and I was like, I'll do it. Had no experience ever. And he was like, okay, what do you charge? It was just point like that. And I was like, you're what? And he was like, yeah. He's like, you need to be paid for your services. And it was a really good first experience into my first ever job as a freelancer. And I loved it because it was really cool.
Yeah, and when you're first getting started, don't be afraid to be aggressive on what you charge per hour. Aggressive meaning affordable. So like if everybody's charging 100, I would honestly say charge 70. Just because you don't have a whole lot of reputation, you don't have a whole lot of credibility yet, and so you can win on price. And then once you start getting the clients and projects under your belt, you start getting the credibility and you do really good work for them, they'll refer you to other people, you'll have the credibility. So don't be afraid to also charge a little bit cheaper than everybody else and be hungry in the early days to build your reputation. It's really important.
And something else to think about when you guys are freelancing is, say you land one client and they're really, really good. We've talked about this in a previous video, but check if there's other work you can be doing for them. This works for people if you're like me and you're kind of like a Jill of all trades and you can do multiple things. What that does is that sort of just like expands yourself and like immerses you into their company and their organization as being the person that, you know, can do all these different things. And so that could actually turn into a really, really, really long contract with that person, which is amazing.
Yeah, because it's always easier to maintain and do good work for a client you already have and already like than trying to go get a new one.
Alright, we hope you guys like this video and these were good tips for you. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Beep, 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 beep. And of course, subscribe to our channel below.
Let us know in the comments about any other good freelancing tips you guys know of for getting started.
Yep, or any websites that aren't already listed, but I'll share my blog post below as well that will give you the full list of the top 10 that I've used.